on behalf to try to spread the word about United Airlines and Special Olympics' shared commitment to build a more inclusive society. Pro Football Hall of Famer, all-time Chicago Bear great, first ballot Pro Football Hall of Famer, I must say. Brian Urlacher back on the program. How are you, Brian?
I'm doing good, Rich. How are you, buddy?
I'm fine. Where are you? Are you in the desert yourself?
I am in Arizona, yes. Hey, that was a lot of good information you just put out right there.
That's
with the trades and the signings, and wow, that was pretty good. I like that little scenario you put up for the Cardinals.
You know what, Brian? I mean, that would be like me saying when you were playing, "Hey, man, some interesting tackling you were doing right there." This is what I do for a living.
Yeah, you know what?
That's what I do.
Very true. You're so good at what you do that I don't know why I'm surprised.
Yeah, look, Brian, that's all I really wanted out of you.
Yeah, that was tremendous. But
what do you think?
Makes a lot of sense what you were saying.
Doesn't it? I mean, that would be
It really does.
something for the Cardinals if they could pull something like that off.
So I like Kyler Murray. I think he's awesome.
Yeah,
I think the kid's awesome.
Okay, what do you like about him?
I like that he runs really fast. He throws the ball far and good. He seems to be pretty smart with his decision making with the football. And you look at he's in the same system Baker Mayfield was in. I know different skill sets, blah blah blah, but man, he's impressive with what he can do with the football in his hands.
Yeah, but wouldn't you, if back in the day when you were playing, hey, here comes a guy who's not even 5'10" coming at you, wouldn't you and the defense say, bring him on?
Yeah, but at the same time, you got to catch him. And he got some wiggle and then he's got some speed. It's a lot easier said than done when you got a little 5'10" guy running at you. I shouldn't say little, but when you got a 5'10" guy running at you, it's not as easy as people make it sound to tackle those guys. And once you get a hold of them, you're probably going to get them down, but it's not as easy as you might think to get a hold of them.
So, no, it's a lot of food for thought because, no, to me, Brian, this is the moment right now. If this kid is a top 5, top 10 draft choice this year, as we're expecting him to be, this is in my mind, maybe the complete transformation of the 20th century to the 21st century of college football being brought to professional football and the spread and the RPOs and all of that. That this would be the full-on admission from all of the talent evaluation community, even though it just takes one team to say that it's a whole brave new world. It's different.
Yeah, we're changing. Yeah, and now it's time for the defenses to adjust again. I was so happy Baker Mayfield got drafted number 1 last year. I wasn't. I was kind of surprised, but I thought he was the best quarterback in the draft. And I think he went out there and proved that this year amongst all the rookies. And he played pretty damn good, not just for a rookie. You put him in that situation with a team who wasn't very good the year before, and they won a lot of games this year. So I don't see Kyler Murray being quite that impactful. But man, he just after what he did last year, you got to think that that's got to help Kyler Murray's situation a little bit.
Brian Urlacher, Pro Football Hall of Famer, joining me here on the show. What was your combine experience like in 2000?
Stressful, man. So I wasn't going to run or do anything when I went there because everyone back then no one ran. It was like you should wait till your pro day because you're going to run faster, you're going to be more comfortable, blah blah blah. So. And then I got there, and I sat in a meeting with the Bears, and Coach Bosch goes, "Are you running tomorrow?" I said, "No, sir, I'm not. I was advised not to run." He goes, "What do you got to hide? Are you not in shape?" I said, "No, I was advised not to run." He goes, "Are you not fast? Are you? Can you not do the drills?" I was like, "No, I can do them. I just was told not to." He goes, "Well, I feel like you're hiding something if you don't run." So, of course, I went out and ran the next day. Thank goodness I did. Anyway, his thought was, every GM's here, every scout's here, every head coach is here, and they're not all going to be at your pro day. So this is your best chance to showcase your abilities in front of every single one of them.
That was Greg Blosh, right? The defense, the defensive, right? Yeah, right. So who was the head? Did you have any meetings with anybody named McCaskey? Who else did you chat with from the Bears?
I don't know if they were in our meeting or not. Mark Hadley was in there, who was our GM at the time. Coach Sharon was in there. Coach Lindsey was in there. But I honestly don't remember, at that time, everything, because you go from meeting to meeting. And you're trying to answer everyone's questions properly. So I don't remember. I remember Coach Schwartz, the D coordinator. Is he still at Philly?
Yeah.
So he was a DC at Tennessee at the time. He was tough on me, man. He was asking me some questions. How could you help our team? Why should we draft you? We don't know if you'd be able to help us or not. I was like, I don't know. I think I'm pretty fast and I can tackle people. I didn't know what to say.
Did you get asked? Did you get asked any of those crazy ass questions? What's the craziest question you remember that was asked of you at the combine, Urlacher?
The weirdest thing for me was just walking around with your shirt off all day. there's 300 guys there, and everywhere you go, no one's dressed. It's just weird.
Come
Not
on.
weird, but it's a meat market. For those 2 or 3 hours where you're doing your weights and your measurements, all that stuff. Everyone's just walking around with their shirt off, like no big deal.
You weren't.
I guess
Come on.
it's just weird.
You weren't flexing, Brian? Come on. You weren't doing.
You know what? Muscles back then were flexed all the time. I didn't need to flex. I was young and I was no body fat, and a little different now. But back then I didn't have to walk around flexing.
Do you remember what you ran?
I ran a 4.5, 8 or 7 at the combine, and I was so happy. That was a slow turf, Rich, back then too. And you should know that with your 40 days. That as many 40s as you ran, you should know how that goes.
Well, my 40 days are still going, Brian. When was the last time? When was the last time you ran?
The turf is faster in Indy now.
Oh yeah.
Have you noticed that in your 40 time?
I noticed that, or that's just me getting faster, Brian. But that could just be that.
I think it's you actually, because the turf line hasn't changed in a few years, but I think it's more rich.
Thank you.
Than the turf.
I'm a fine wine brother. You know that, and as you know, I have the aerodynamic dome for that sort of thing.
I don't think that's as big a deal as you think it is, but it could help you a little bit, maybe a tenth or 100. I don't know.
I'm going to get into this right now, Brian. I always enjoy this part of our conversation, and at some point, I'm going to sneak in Jay Cutler, as you know.
Well, you have to.
And
yeah,
it's a tradition unlike any other. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking, looking at Prime, looking at Dion.
Oh, he looks great.
Looking at you.
I look pretty good too.
Actually,
for me.
I'm actually thinking about it.
You should do it. You would look. I mean, not that you look bad at all, but my wife tells me I look younger, and it only takes one person to tell me that, and I'm like, I do look younger, and it's her, because her opinion matters to me. And my kids think I look cool now, so
okay,
it's just different,
But I mean, I'm on. I'm on the air all the time. I've been this way for a while. I've got some great photographs of some of the great guests that we've had here for the last 4 years here on the show. They'd automatically look dated. That's like, before hair, after hair.
Pretty hair. I have that same issue. It's not a big deal, though. You just roll with it. It's pH rich, pretty hair rich, and then you got hair rich. It's not a big deal.
What do we call it? pH rich?
We can work on that. We can work on the name.
Okay.
Yeah, you can change it. That just came to my mind all of a sudden.
I'm thinking about it, Brian. I'm not going to lie.
Oh man, that's good. We got you thinking. I know a really good company you should go to.
No, I know you love it's Restore. You can say
Restore. They're the best.
I know Prime's got it too.
Prime loves his, man. That dude is always talking about his hair.
He is.
I want him to get the Jerry curl thing going again.
He might. He called himself. What did he call himself? He called himself the comeback player of the year. Is that what he?
Yes.
Hey man, he is funny. Whenever he's on somewhere, I always listen. He's hilarious.
All right, so tell me what you're up to with United Airlines and the Special Olympics, Brian. This is great.
Just trying to waste some. I was a part of Special Olympics in college. In the NFL, I left tickets to every home game for the Special Olympics. It's something. I know it came out to training camp. It's something that's near and dear to my heart. I think they do a great job. At the Super Bowl, I was able to spend some time. We did a media day with one of the Special Olympians. Bree Bogursky is her name. She actually got a college scholarship to run track. What's the school? Somewhere in Tennessee. But just a great success story, what she's gone through, and just partnered up with them to kind of raise awareness about what United is doing to help people who may have some challenges in their life.
Yeah, United leading the way in providing a positive experience for customers with intellectual disabilities by implementing new training for employees. And you can go visit hub.united.com to learn more about United Airlines' work with Special Olympics. You're a good man, Brian Urlacher.
Well, United's a great company for doing. They're just trying to make it easier for people. I hate traveling personally, but they're trying to make it easier at the airport for not just people with intellectual disabilities, but everyone, to make it an easier process and less stressful.
Glaze has been training me, right? At his gym, Unbreakable Performance.
I thought it was on gym. Man,
well, no. It is. You're. By the way, there's a mural on the wall at Unbreakable Performance, and you're on it.
Is it still there?
Yeah.
I haven't been there in a while, but they're still up on the wall.
That was BR Urlacher before Restore Urlacher.
Look at you.
That was That was BRU before Restore Urlacher. Or
I don't like that. It doesn't sound very good. But anyway,
it's interesting.
Are you doing fighting stuff in the ring with him?
Yeah, well, not with him, but I mean, I've been doing the boxing.
He's crazy, bro.
I'm trying to get my my stamina up, and I'm getting my core tight as best I can. So when I run fast. That's what I'm trying to do.
Have you lost any weight?
Yeah.
Are you doing this?
I have, right, Brockman? Wouldn't you agree that I've dropped some LBs over here?
I would say so. You were
More
a
importantly,
lock
how do
for
you
under
feel?
6
That's
seconds.
the only thing that matters is how do you feel.
I feel great. I really do feel good.
That's
going
all that
into
matters. That's how I kind of rank my workouts. Is how do I feel? It doesn't matter if I lose weight or whatever. I just want to know that I feel good.
What'd you think of the Bears season before I let you go?
Awesome. So excited. I'm excited for, it didn't end the way we wanted to, but I'm just happy with where they're going, the direction they're going. They've got the right coach in there, great players. I was a captain at the Pro Bowl, and the Bears had 7 guys at the Pro Bowl. It was a fun week for me. And I was at the NFL Honors, and Coach Nagy got Coach of the Year. Just really excited at the direction they're going right now.
Yeah, I love their coach. I love him. I think
he's great, isn't he?
He is great.
He's a cool dude, man. He's my age. He's young.
Yeah,
youngish.
He's
for a person my age.
He's been on the show. I think he's bold, not only in his play calling, but in the fact that he is a bald man. And
he wears a visor.
And he wears a visor, which only calls more attention to it, Brian.
Yeah, but he looks cool wearing the visor, I think.
Well, it's a
He's
visor.
a bald guy wearing a visor and looks sweet doing it.
It's a visor and a headset, and then a bald dome, no matter the temperature.
Yeah.
Also,
Lot going on.
There's a lot happening.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. There's a lot going on. And have you reached out to him to do a restore? Have you told him?
No, you know what? I like his look, man. I think it fits him. Plus, with the visor, how can he change that now? He may have to wear a hat now instead of a visor if he gets hair.
And it's interesting, just to bring this all full circle, Brian, that you like Kyler Murray a lot, some guy who might not clock in at 5'10", when you normally love those big, tall pocket passers playing football. You love those guys with the big arms who'll just fit it into any window without conscience.
Yeah, I know where this is going already. I was thinking, I'm like, what are you talking about? I like a guy who's mobile, and now I know where it's going. Never mind. Yeah, Jay could make all the throws. Rich.
I didn't say
pocket
Cutler.
presence, everything. He could make the throws. He could put the ball anywhere. He had a really strong arm.
And a guy who takes responsibility, afterwards at the podium. You like those guys.
Yeah, those are the guys. Mitch Trubisky. I'm glad you led me to that, by the way. Did you watch the interviews after the games? I'm sure you have, Rich, because you're always covering the games and stuff, and you got to know your information.
Yes.
Who does he give the credit to when they win? Do you know?
The line and his teammates.
And the defense, and when they lose, who does he get? Who takes the blame?
It's on him. It's on him, Brian.
He does. He says, "I should have played better. I could have done this." Blah blah blah. That's the type of guy I want to be.
And I love his body language. What do you think? What do you think of his body language, Brian? It's great body language.
It's tremendous. He stands up. Well, first of all, he looks like a bodybuilder. But yeah, I really like everything about him.
Okay.
Thanks for asking that question, Rich. You let me right into that. Appreciate that.
Brian, I always love our chats. Love it.
I appreciate it.
Great to see you.
Talk to you.
Chat with you. Yeah, I hope to see you. You bet. That's Brian Urlacher at @BUrlacher54. Again, hub.united.com to learn more about his work with United.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.